DFCRadio.com.
Feeling so high. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro make me feel high. Feeling so high. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro make me feel high. Feeling so high. Chefs in the kitchen and he chopping up hydro. The hydro chefs in the building and he rolling up hydro. Hydro's in the kitchen and he cooking it up. Hydro, let's go. Hydro's in the studio. Chop it up. Up that hydro
All right.
make me feel fine.
Welcome.
Up that hydro make me
5 o'clock, the
feel
kitchen's
fine.
open. I am your chef's favorite can of chef, the hydroponic chef, and this is Farm to Table Cannabis. We are the only show offering you edible reviews, cannabis news, and interviews with the top edible brands in the industry. I'd like to give a shout out to Saint for making me sound good every week. What up, Saint?
Hey.
Shout out to all of our sponsors out there and DFZA radio listener land. We got a Hawthorne, Magic Butter Machine, Blue Lab. Shout out to all of them. And then a big thank you to our co-host of the evening, none other than Cannabis Catered
who's
Events, Chef Flip Fantabulous, Chef Rudy himself.
Yo, what's good, Chef? It's good to be back in the house.
Dude,
It's
and you
been
brought
too
the
long,
Chef Round
man.
Table with you,
You know what I'm
too.
saying?
You brought Maureen with you.
Yes.
We got
What
Maureen
up?
talking about private cooking, which she got her thing going on too. So we got a big show for you tonight. We got an action-packed studio, so we're gonna
Listen
move
up.
along real quick because I might run out of time before Heavy T kicks me out of the throne. So as always, we like to start off the show with a little bit of news. So we try to keep you up on cannabis news in the industry, and there's always something to navigate this. And this week's none other. New Jersey is scrambling to try to legalize cannabis 2 days before the big vote, and it looks like they didn't get the approval that they needed. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to be something that's going to be happening in New Jersey anytime soon. So both houses of the Democratic-controlled state legislature, the Senate and the Assembly, needed to pass the bill for Bill Murphy to sign it into law. The sources said that Assembly is expected to have the 41 votes needed for the measure to pass, but the lower house won't move forward with voting if the proposal doesn't have the votes in the Senate. So that's what happens. You got to
failing
have
the
all
people.
your ducks in a row when you're going to try to legalize cannabis in a state, especially that's been so prejudiced to cannabis like New Jersey. New Jersey has some of the worst outlooks on cannabis, and I think a lot of it has to do with how Chris Christie ran the state back, when cannabis was becoming legal in other states. It's the Garden State, isn't it? Isn't that called the Garden State?
That is true.
That's unfortunate. So, but on the other side, good news is Florida actually has decided they're going to allow smokable cannabis finally available in Florida. I don't know why it took so long, so shout out to our friends out in Florida.
Magic
Butter, they're out in Florida. Yeah, they'll be on the show here in a few minutes after the news, talking about everything they do for the culture in cannabis. And I mean, that was a culture killer out there when you're not being able to actually have smokable cannabis. You're left with very few options. Edibles are not allowed in Florida, so you're sitting there with one option, and that's concentrate. That's a big jump. I think that's the first time in history we could actually say that cannabis was a gateway drug, except for you never got to even smoke cannabis. You just had what if your first time getting high was on a dab?
Oh,
Just
God.
sitting there just trying to, this is weed? This is weed. This right here. Just panic attacking out in the front yard, asking your wife to call the fucking paramedic because you're having a panic attack. But that's hopefully we can get a little bit of safe consumption out there. Florida voters passed a constitutional amendment legalizing medical cannabis in 2016, but regulations banning smokable cannabis that were passed by the legislature and signed into law by former Governor Rick Scott. You suck, Rick. And a state court agreed and declared the rule invalid, but it remained in place until the appeal of Scott's administration made its way through the courts. So thankfully, the new governor, Ron DeSantis, wasn't down with that, and he made the necessary move to make actual smokable cannabis available in Florida. So salute to Florida. Congratulations. I'm sure it'll take forever for everyone to finally get back up with the
Good job
with the rest of the states and where they're at, but still it's a big deal. So now moving down to the south, Texas lawmakers approve marijuana decriminalization. And what the Saint? Did you just south of the border bomb us now? Because I said Texas. You know, Texas is the United States, but okay. Bring back the music. I'm gonna read this one over. This is Spanish news brought to you by the south part of Texas. Possession of 1 ounce or less of cannabis would be punishable by $250 fine in the first 2 offenses. This is how I talk to my gardener. He gets so fucking offended I can't figure it out. No, I gotta stop that shit. Don't do that shit. My buddy, he does the same thing when he meets a British person. He's like, "Hey, hello, what can I do for you? Can I help you? Do you need an Uber? Are you drunk?" Like,
Jolly ho.
don't do that. It's called what is it? Accent modulation voice disorder. So advocates are hoping that the full House will embrace the modest reform measure, and hopefully the Texas House of Committee approves what marijuana decriminalization bill that they brought forth on Monday, and then that would make simple possession punishable by only a fine with no jail time and without having to go through an individual's criminal record, because that fucks you out of a job. Like, that's the biggest thing comes
For
down
medicating,
to it.
you know?
And well, not just that, but like if you're a kid and you get in trouble for cannabis, and that's one thing. But if you're an adult and you've got that on your record, and like that shouldn't stop you from getting a job, you know?
I have one on my record, and I got it taken out.
Yeah, expunge that shit.
Mm-hmm. It hurt when I had it.
And then finally back to Florida. The bill creating hemp for a Florida crop was approved by the Senate panel. That's a big deal. Because, I mean, it's one of the biggest agricultural crops potentially in the world. We can solve a lot of the sustainability problems that go through with textiles and things like by legalizing the hemp. So, you know, Florida, you took 2 steps in the right direction. And, you know, we always like to salute Florida. And we're going to have a moment to talk with somebody from the beautiful Sunshine State of Florida. And that's Austin from Magic Butter, one of our sponsors. So he's got some.
Radley.
They got some new ghee coming out. They've got some new announcements. They're always so involved in the culture. So a big shout out to everyone over there at Magic Butter Machine with Chris and Garen and Austin and the whole team over there. So we're gonna take a quick minute. We're gonna come back with a commercial break, and then we're gonna talk to Magic Butter Machine. We're gonna talk to Taylor and Brennan with Half Lit. We're gonna talk to Chef Rudy about his upcoming event, April 6th.
What?
This is Farm to Table Cannabis. Sit back, smoke, play me in your kitchen, play me in your car.
Stay tuned.
Just don't try to play me.
Bars.
DFCRadio.com.
Yo, it's BKJ on Team King, and you listening to DFZ Radio. What?
Launch crew, ready to reservoir.
What's the load factor, sir?
Bringing the Riser Blast liquid at 2 mils per gallon.
Okay, sir. We are loaded and ready to launch.
10, 9.
Okay, men. It's time to blast off into the plant's root zone and into another galaxy of root growth.
Rhizoblast is a proprietary blend of seaweed and the single-celled algae chlorella. Chlorella's abundance of amino acids and minerals contribute to its value in hydroponics. The benefits used in Rhizoblast are explosive root growth, the use with any growing medium or hydro system, its ideal use for transplanting, and the enhancement of your plant vigor in fast-flowering plants. Let your plants have a blast and see a world of a difference with Rhizoblast from Botanicare. Check it out at www.botanicare.com.
DFCRadio.com.
Blue smoke from the herb in my garden. Blue smoke.
All right, we're back. Farm to Table Cannabis, DFZ Radio. We got an action-packed show for you tonight. We got Cannabis Catered Events. What's good over there, Rudy? Chef Flip Fantabulous. We got Taylor and Brennan from Half Lit. You guys look fully lit or half lit, I can never tell. And
One
then,
looks lit and the other
right
doesn't.
now, none other than Magic Butter on the phone line right now, calling out of the wonderfully cannabis legal state of Florida. Now you can smoke cannabis out there finally.
Austin.
Welcome. Welcome, Austin. Thank you for coming on Farm to Table Cannabis.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having us, man.
So, man, first of all, Magic Butter Machine, a big thank you for everything you guys do for Farm to Table Cannabis and our listeners. You know, every week you guys are donating a machine to give away, and I keep our listeners medicating at home and learning about home consumption and safe edible making. And, I mean, not only that, but, dude, Austin, you guys do a lot in the community. So first off, introduce yourself and talk about some of the things that Magic Butter does to give back to the community.
Well, man, thank you very much for such a beautiful introduction. First off, I'm lucky enough to work with Magical Butter. I mean, it's a beautiful company. As you mentioned, we really enjoy doing things for the community. We have a real pleasure. Like, our motto really is, help someone every day, and that's how you be successful in life.
And you guys have really lived by that, too. And not only just giving out the machines, but you guys make your recipes accessible. It's not just so many companies out there, especially in this hydro industry that I'm in, like, they give you a product to just expect you to know how to use it. Mm-hmm. You guys have taken the steps. You guys have gone far and above for cannabis consumers and CBD creators and anyone who might want to make their own tinctures to make it at home. So, I mean, the accessibility. That's the accessibility of your product is one of the great things too, but just the everyday giving back too. So I seen you guys did some give back in Puerto Rico lately too.
Well, yeah, we had some of our team down in Puerto Rico just recently, and we actually gave away 420 machines.
What a perfectly round number! I like that.
Yeah, we gotta keep it a round number. Keep it right in the ballpark range.
Absolutely.
Now, I mean, you guys are about promoting, cooking at home, and that's one of the big things about this. I mean, you think about, countries like Canada where you don't have edibles accessible to people that want to be able to, consume their cannabis that way. And now the thing Magic Butter does is you guys encourage people to make it at home. Now, talk about the website too. You guys, first of all, give a shout out to the website if you can give us your address.
How do I find Magical Butter?
Man, you gotta go to magicalbutter.com.
And then
or you can call us, man.
And then from there, you guys got all the recipes, the videos.
Oh yeah. And if you guys are wondering, how to infuse products or wondering different recipes, I mean, we've had amazing chefs like yourself, Hydro Chef, and your co-star over there, Rudy.
Rudy made it out to the Magic Butter Kitchen. That's a good look. Yeah, you guys really do support the cannabis chefs.
Me.
I never knew about a lumpia. I think is that how you say it? A lumpia?
That is right, lumpia.
Classic Filipino treat.
Yeah, never even knew till Rudy came through. So I mean, even while you're trying to infuse stuff, as you get into the community, you learn new things every day. So it really does bring a beautiful. It's not just an experience, infusing a different product and helping your friends enjoy a healthier, happier lifestyle, but it's also a learning experience. So I mean, it's full, well-rounded. It's an experience. That's what we try to provide to the people.
Well, I think that's one of the great things Magic Butter has done. It has furthered the edible game as an industry.
And it's funny that you mentioned learning because my other sponsor, Plant Organics, they're a CBD shop and they got a CBD coffee shop in San Bernardino. They just purchased 4 Magical Butters today from Chris. I shot them his number. And so we're not just using them to get them, to their product. We're actually getting buyers because people are really interested in what you guys got going on, and they want to spread that in the community
and learn about cooking at home.
Absolutely, yeah, that's a big reason why they had 1 and they got 4 more.
Now the thing is you guys don't just further the community with a product that you can use and set up at home, but you guys actually offer some new ways to cook at home. So first things first, dude, the Magic Butter chocolate, like that was a big a no-brainer evolution to what you guys are doing. You want to make stuff at home? Well, here, now we have Magic Butter chocolate, perfect for tempering in your own machine in your own home molds.
Well, it's also based off a lot of calls that we got. You know, we had an amazing customer service team, and we really work off based off feedback and customer service itself.
You
So, I
actually
mean, the call
listen to
came in,
them?
people were trying to infuse products and, you know, infuse chocolate specifically, and we didn't really have any way to promote it or, you know, sell it to them, you know, in a good way. So we went and just released it ourselves, and now instead of having to make them go all around or shop on Amazon or something like that, they can just come direct to magicalbutter.com and get an easy to infuse chocolate, and it's good. It's a little bit better than the normal chocolate too if you look at the ingredients. So.
Good
And
job
also,
stepping up.
if you do buy one, don't forget to use Hydro Chef at checkout for your discount from Farm to Table
Oh,
Cannabis.
That's
make
right.
sure to use that.
All right. And so
That's
not
right.
just the chocolate. So people can get the recipes, they can get the machine, they can get the chocolate, but let's talk about the ghee because, I mean, to me, ghee, that was just what I wore when I got thrown around and my arm snapped at Brazilian
Did you see that ghee
Jiu-Jitsu.
launch?
Yeah, see, now ghee, you guys got Doug, Doug Benson.
Chris for launching himself off a ghee ramp.
Oh, yeah, the butter ramp.
Yeah, see, so I mean, talk.
Into the butter pool.
First of all, if people don't know what ghee is and they've only been cooking with butter and olive oil, let's talk about ghee because I mean, you laced my tennis shoes on this and told me about ghee, and I'm a chef, but you know I don't do a lot of Middle Eastern cooking or any Indian style cooking. Or so, dude, talk to me. What's ghee?
Well,
Preach.
dude, ghee, it's really an amazing product. I mean, it's a lot better for you. In a like, if you want to like a simple form, it's really like a clarified butter where they take all the milk fats out, and what you're left with is, you know, just the golden, beautiful, clarified butter, and it has a much higher, you know, smoke point. You're able to, you know, essentially fry stuff in it. Where with butter, you know, it's gonna scorch, you know, when you try to put a good, you know, hot pan on there. So.
Just as easy for infusing?
Oh, absolutely. It's actually, I would say it's almost better for infusing, just because the way your body naturally metabolizes it. I mean, ghee, like you said, it comes from, you know, Middle Eastern cuisine, essentially. And what they're best known for is Ayurvedic treatments and, you know, just knowing herbal medicine, you know, as a whole. So they didn't always essentially use it, you know, as we do today in the U.S. for specific, you know, diseases or such. They just use food as a whole medicine. Everything they eat is what they were. So, I mean, this ghee product coming out of the Middle East or out of India, you know, predominantly, it just shows that it's got a good backing. It's from ancient Ayurvedic, you know, cooking techniques and cuisine. It's really an amazing product. I mean, it's packed with fat-soluble vitamins instead of the bad stuff. I mean, I could go on, man.
I got to
Wow.
get some of that.
Now, dude, you guys offering actual recipes for ghee on the Magic Butter website?
Oh, yeah. So we're actually, you know, we'll teach you how to infuse the ghee, which is the main base of the magical butter machine. And then from there, we give a ton of different ways to use. I mean, you could use this stuff in your coffee, eat it just straight compared to butter. I mean, it's actually got healthy benefits to it and compared to just your average butter. So, I mean, we are going to be launching a wide array of recipes for everyone to check out and utilize our magical ghee that we've released now.
So you
That you
guys
can get at magicalbutter.com.
Now, you guys do a lot of support for the head shops. You guys do a huge support in the hydroponic industry. You're big in promoting gardening and people growing their own and turning it into their own medicine.
Farm to table.
I mean, gosh, we salute you for the farm to table cannabis way you guys really promote the brand. Now, what's next for Magic Butter? I mean, you guys going to be in an upcoming event? Is there a new launch coming up? What's good? What can you actually say without spilling any proprietary shit? I know. Chris and Garen are right behind those T-shirts, just ready to be like, dude, Austin,
Keep it on the
reel
rack.
it in, bro.
Actually, I got this suit here. This is him in the suit. He's been standing here this whole time. If you want to step out.
No, he's good. Oh, Chris.
That would be good though if I had him there. It'll blow you guys'
I could just
mind.
see him just spinning around all bright. We love you,
He's a
Chris. We
magical
love you,
man.
Garen. Thank you guys so much for supporting Farm to Table Cannabis and all the hydroponic farm to table cannabis chefs out there that you guys support every week with the butter machines, and all the other chefs out there from the cannabis cook-off that you guys did.
Yeah,
From-
shout out to all the magical butter chefs. You know, we love everyone. I mean, especially
At
you
Champs.
guys. You know, it's like you give us mad love, but to be honest, it's really it's more than mutual. You know, we love you and appreciate you're educating people in our industry how to eat healthier and live happier. I mean, that's really what edibles to me is about. You know, like beyond the company, it's whatever makes you know happy and healthier. Help your friends, help your family, progress. You know, the species. try to keep your planet green. You know, that's really our staple. So
That's what it's all
you know,
about.
really, like, we salute you guys at Farm to Table and appreciate just to be a part of the show.
Well, dude, thank you
Hey,
guys.
hey.
Shout out to Chris. Rudy wants to say something.
Man, you know, and I got a big shout out to Magical Butter. You actually do have an event coming up. It's on April 6th. Vendor highlights, you know, that's my big backer right there, Magical Butter.
Oh yeah, we'll be representing it. And then Chris said, "Tell him about the inflatables, playa."
See, I was telling you, like, that was one of the things. So, just, we have some crazy marketing inflatables that we have coming out, and this is something that we'll have to maybe bring to your studio and have some fun with. But I've got everything from mega basketball. I got super-sized inflatable billiards where we're going to have a life-size pool table that we can step inside of and actually hit some cue balls live right there. I mean, I have 20-foot roulette boards that we're going to be playing on. I mean, it's really a never-ending magical land of fun that we're trying to build.
Sounds like a good time.
And we'll have April 6th, you know, Rudy, that's, you know, amazing, you know, that we're going to be a part of that event as well. I know Chris is actually going to be going to Berlin, Germany.
Yeah.
So a huge shout out to MB International. Garen will be in Tel Aviv. I know we got.
Hey, and a big everyone got a hold real quick. A big shout out to Garen for being nominated by High Times for one of the top 100
influential
this year.
Oh yeah,
that is a huge accomplishment. He's up there. His name is mentioned up there with like whites of DNA. I mean,
Mr. David Tran.
Huge shout out to DNA too. We love them. Everyone on the top 100 are amazing people, man. That's to be even a part of that list. You know, thank you. You know, again for recognizing G for the amazing dude that he is.
Well, we appreciate you guys. Keep doing what you're doing, and we're about to go give away a magic butter machine. Is that cool with you guys?
Shout out G-Man.
I think that's the only way we could do it.
So call in now, 562-653-0707. Win a magic butter machine. We're about to take a quick commercial break again. We're going to come back, and then we're going to be talking to Moonlit. We're talking to Taylor. We're talking to Brennan. We're going to sample some edibles on the air, and we're going to be talking everything farm-to-table cannabis.
Get on that phone line.
Call in now.
That's right.
Later, Austin. Much respect.
Hey, much love, everybody.
Peace.
All right, Austin. I'll hit you up.
Hey, love you, Rudy.
Yes, sir. Likewise, man. Love you too, bro.
Y'all the best.
All right, so
Yes,
the
sir.
phone line's hung up now, but we still here. You gotta smoke with me, my dude. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. Don't hang up.
Sour diesel up in my blood, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. That's D, got me smoking the bass, no stress cheese. Now hold up, roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perk up in my cup, you can tell the bartender to fill it on up. That's alright, baby, work your stuff. And that's all night, baby, work your strut. You and your friends can ride when I go. Take a little spin in my Monte Carlo. Take a little dip, baby, show you how I roll. Take a little hit, baby, puff on the hydro. Eyes so lit, make me look like my eyes closed. Purple Drake mix, make me look like my eyes glow. Hypno Grey Goose with a little grape juice. That's how it is, so I'ma have to take side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blunt, purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it on up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blunt, purple drink up in my cup, crank it up, crank it on up. It's the ADX team with no doubt in between, and we stay fresh and clean when we hop on the scene, and we style on them, profile on them. If they wanna act crazy, then we wild on them. It's the S to the T and that Cambo G, either Maserati blue or the Lambo green, and that Chevrolet mean when it drop on the street. Either hating on you or they hating on me, and it's shaved up, raised up, driving to the flow, got them blades to stay tough. And the candy on the bike, same color as sour. Catch me on the site 100 miles per hour. This is my life, so this ain't ours. So I stay tight.
Thanks.
This is power with the ADX team.
All right, we're back. DFZ Radio. Thank you so much to Austin and Magic Butter Machine, guys, for calling in. So, moving on in the show, Rudy. Should we get lit, Rudy?
I want to get half lit.
Should we use superhero names? Should I only call you Flip Fantabulous or what?
You know, I'll go with the Clark Kent name today. You know, Rudy is fine.
I'll call you Clark Cunt.
Hey,
We cuss here just to let all our interviewers know. Like
I am what I eat.
Well, yeah. When we call you to come on, you gotta be ready to drop some f-bombs because we don't hold back here.
What the fuck?
We might medicate responsibly, but damn, we get belligerent in the studio. So without further ado, let's get lit with some of these moon lits from Half Lit. And I'd like to introduce DFZ radio listeners to our guest of the evening. We've got Taylor and Brennan from Half Lit. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Yes, so I'm Taylor Morgan from Half Lit. We have an organic lollipop, and after you eat it, you can plant the stick. The stick's biodegradable. There's a cannabis seed within, and the seed will come out and start to grow cannabis.
What? Wait a minute.
What?
So
Well,
I'm
hold
here
on.
doing a show
you
on
say?
farm to table cannabis, and I brought you guys originally in because of your awesome product that is candy infused with cannabis, a licensed company nonetheless. And then I actually get the bonus part of it, being able to talk about growing too.
Yes.
Now, holy crap! Are you guys growers first or bakers and candy confectioners first? What came first, the weed or the candy?
The idea, actually, which came from Brennan.
Yeah, and it came originally in a non-medicated form. We started with growing herbs and flowers with lollipop sticks. We have a separate company, and then we went to a cannabis event, saw what was on offer as far as candy, and we thought we could.
So what was your first cannabis event of like being an entrepreneur and trying to think of things, and you're walking around and you see, I'm just going to say, you see a lot of fuckboys out there. There's a lot of people out there who just ripped off an idea, took an apple, dipped it in some caramel THC and called it their own. Like
Right.
if you talk to them, they thought they fucking invented the candy apple.
Yeah.
Now,
Not to mention any names.
what made you guys do something different than just, there's 1,000 lollipops out there. Like, dude, what was it like walking around that event, seeing all those people and making you want to do something different?
It was. It started with our passion for sustainability, for organic food. It got us into candy, and just kind of by chance, we ended up at Chalice Festival, and we were looking at products, and we just thought, hey, we can improve on these. We can make these better, we think. And we didn't
want to invent the lollipop. We want to make it better.
We just want to make it a little better.
BASF over here.
Organic. We want to. The dyes are really bad in a lot of candies. We use turmeric and purple carrot and different things to color the lollipops.
So you took a sustainable approach to your ingredients, not just your stick that you put the candy on, too.
Yeah, we also
You
wanted.
see dyes, if you're not, let's rewind that. I dye my color comes from carrots
Yes.
for these candies.
Yes.
Turmeric.
No yellow
lots of other
5.
things. No.
What the fuck?
None of that cancer GMO shit.
No.
So that's some true farm to table cannabis, you guys.
And the whole concept, we really want people to have a relationship with growing cannabis. A lot of people buy the product and consume the product, but we wanted people to understand it's a really fun plant to grow. You obviously can go to your favorite dispensary and things to get product daily, but have a little different relationship. Try and grow it, see what happens, get into it, and have this closer relationship with your medicine. I think that's kind of what Magical Butter is doing too, making your own edibles at home and kind of having control over your medicine and a better idea of what you're consuming and putting
Well
in
said.
your body.
That's exactly what we like to put a highlight on. And now, your candy, the first one you guys came out with was the lollipop, or was it the lozenge? Are we calling these lozenges?
Yes, and it
Can I
was
even
the
say
lollipops.
lozenge? It sounds like a cuss word. Lozenge.
They're mini moon-shaped lozenges, so they echo the same flavors in our line of lollipops. So we have 6 different lollipop flavors. They have a hybrid cannabis within, and then the plant that you're going to grow is also a hybrid. And then the moonlets came thereafter because everyone was so stoked on the candy, and they thought we want to have something that has a different price point and that we can carry around with us. And
So first things first is it's orange, but it doesn't taste like carrots.
oh, good.
Should I be disappointed?
That's a positive thing.
And then, second of all, the childproof packaging.
Yes.
Packaging has become a problem in our industry. You
It
guys
is.
have done the simplest job you could do to make this avoidable for a kid to be able to open. This is what you want to see in a cannabis company right here is sustainability And then on top of that, you guys put a seed inside of your lollipops.
I had a question, Chef.
Uh-huh.
Do you grow your own, or do you source it out?
Seeds?
No, your own.
Well, yeah,
flour
the
that
seeds
you-
too. Yeah,
the
I guess
seeds.
I suppose the seeds too. Because you're adding actual cannabis seeds to these, or is it CBD seed in there?
Yeah, no, these are cannabis seeds. Our first round, what we currently have, are from Sin City, and then we are always looking for new growers.
So you're sourcing your own seeds from Sin City.
Yeah, our partners who are on the Hot 100 as well.
Not just
Shauna and Jeff.
Not
Rogan.
just some any old fucking seed breeder. I mean, shout out to Masonic and all them out there. But
Yeah.
you're going. That's
the
impressive
big
right
boys
there.
right
Because
there.
so are you sourcing what Rudy asked? Are you sourcing your own cannabis? Are you guys growers? How did you guys get into the actual cannabis side of things?
Yeah, so our we had no knowledge of the industry at the time that we had gone to the show and were interested in kind of playing with the idea in our heads. I was taking a CBD product with THC in it. I was having seizures at the time. My seizures had completely stopped in their tracks from cannabis. So that was my relationship with the plant.
Success story. Wow.
It was amazing for me. And so that's when we started talking about a lollipop that had cannabis within that people could consume and then plant and grow. A friend of mine was in the industry. She has a company called Zendo. They're medicated almonds, licensed as well. And her sister and her sister's husband own Soul Distro. So we met with them, and together we created the company. So they really are the backbone of the cannabis industry, and they've taught us everything that we know and have educated us on seeds and oil and cooking with cannabis, and yeah.
That's a big step for anyone that's getting into the industry to come out, just like you said, we had no prior knowledge of it.
Yes, yeah. They've
A
been
lot of
invaluable.
people out there are terrified, and they've got they've touched plants in their life. They've actually grown and stuff, and they're terrified to get into this industry. So what kind of advice, going to your first cannabis event, looking at everything, what do you recommend to someone who wants to get into the industry? How to dissect that and find out where your passion is between, what you can try to find to make money out of?
I think always just bringing your own twist to anything is important, doing something different than what other people are doing. So whether it's in the cannabis industry or not, I think that's the most important aspect of it.
Yeah, I think collaborating with someone with a history in the industry is really important, because laws are changing all the time. I mean, we had to throw away so much, recycle so much packaging because, they changed the laws all of a sudden, and that would sink a lot of companies or individuals that were on their own. But by having someone there with, unfortunately you have to have lawyers and you have to have a team kind of staying on top of the laws and regulations and licenses and things. Some states are a little easier to get started in. I would say Oregon has probably too many businesses. I mean, they're kind of drowning.
They are
in
really
product.
going through it right now. And I mean, anybody, if you want to know what the cannabis industry is going to look like in California in a couple of years, look at fucking Oregon. Look at fucking Colorado. $6 grams, guys. I mean, no, it's $6 eighths now. It was $6 grams 2 months ago. It's eighths. They full floating to drop the bottom out of the plant.
$6 eighths.
And that's just how. And this isn't crappy either. We're talking about going in and getting some mid shelf that's decently priced. Now, craft cannabis will always be a market for that. When it comes to edibles, I mean, when I look at this and don't take this the wrong way, the gimmick of the seed with the lollipop, I think that's what separates you from like a mid-shelf edible and makes you guys a top-shelf
upper
edible.
echelon.
I mean, like for sure. Let's talk about the other product you got over here.
Yeah, so these are the lollipops, and then we have the moonlets.
Hold up that packaging over here. I gotta see this. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see.
I'm a very hands-on type of. Now we don't go opening stuff. All right, Rudy, you gotta watch this fucking guy over here. He's an edible addict.
But yeah, for people that want to work in the industry, I think there's a lot of opportunity. I think it's actually the fastest growing job creating industry in the country right now.
I mean, they are hiring people big
Not
time
only
right
the
now.
country,
it's
it's in the world.
It's the biggest search term is cannabis. I mean, CBD. It's one of the biggest, at least. And I mean, you look at all the things going on right now with cannabis, and there's a movement, there's a momentum behind it right now. That if you're not attending events like you guys were and looking on how you can get into this, then you might be missing a train.
Definitely.
So what inspired you guys to go with confections as opposed to I don't know, we see so many other ways people are infusing right now, or a pre-roll or something like that. Do you guys come from a background in baking?
We have a different candy company that is non-dosed, and we came from that and learning the ins and outs of candy and just how, I don't want to say dirty, but how in the United States the ingredients just aren't really safe. There's a lot of ingredients that people use.
And that's not
in
just with
food.
hard candies. That's chocolates. That's everything. Have you ever had a fucking Hershey bar from Germany?
I'm from Belgium,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
chocolate is
shout
different.
shout out the chef over here. Like, it's a different kind of chocolate. What is it? They not put wax in there? Maureen, what is it, Maureen?
It's all just natural ingredients. Essentially, they're not really breaking anything down or using any of the same processes that they do out
the
here.
byproducts and what do they call them? Preservatives.
The preservatives. The problem is that when they bring them to the United States, they tend to change them as well to meet American standards. So they still have product from Europe that they make here, and they change it. And you would never. It's kind of like doing a Coke here and a Coke in Europe.
Exactly.
They don't
Oh, I
taste
love
the same.
European cocaine. That shit's the best. Oh, fuck, sorry.
Oh, what?
She
And
meant,
there's that.
my bad. My apologies. I didn't understand what she was talking about. But back to vegan and organic ingredients. So this product right here, unique in the sense is it's organic vegan lollipop, and it has a stick that you can plant, and it grows into a cannabis plant.
Exactly.
So
How do you infuse it? How does that happen?
Oh, Rudy's got a question.
Yeah.
So we use CO2 extracted cannabis oil. We find it's just as far as testing and getting consistent results, that's what we've found to get the least amount of overpowering taste, and then just the most consistent oil. With testing right now, even labs are just trying to figure out kind of a baseline for testing. Things are changing all the time, and the machines and the equipment and the labs are kind of all over the place as far as quality. So it's really a huge goal of ours to keep the results completely consistent for testing.
Why a lollipop?
The lollipop is really the stick. Instead of just doing hard candy, we wanted to incorporate the stick with our patented
So the
technology.
stick came first.
Yes.
The stick did come first.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Now
Gluten-free and vegan.
Yeah,
You guys are great.
read those ingredients on the back there, Rudy.
Gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free, soy-free, artificial dye-free, vegan, non-GMO, organic. What else would you want?
Ingredients.
What else could you want?
CO2 extracted cannabis oil.
10 milligrams of THC per serving.
Pure
Wow.
sugar.
It's amazing. I have one in my mouth right
sugar, corn syrup,
now. It tastes
spring water, not just you put spring water on
We
there.
do.
Watermelon flavoring, mint oil, and sea salt. That's a unique combination to make a vegan lollipop. And the best thing about it, I love it. It's sustainable. You've got a seed in here. Inside the stick is a seed. So we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about growing using your lollipop stick.
Okay.
Call in now, 562-653-0707. We got prizes to give out to the next
magical
caller.
butter.
We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah. We so high. Big split smoker, don't need no roller. So roll my doja, I can first show ya. Big stage older, crystal mist cola. Sticky as the growers, we gon' see more up. We gon' see more bud, pockets on forest. Yeah, they cheer for us, cause we got more of what they want is surplus. If I can't fly, I'ma puff till I soar up. Good day for 'em. The way I run these trees, you can say I run forest. Yeah, I run for it, run toward it. Haters can't ignore it, all that ladies love it. It's so euphoric, they so blatantly adore. Bumping all the cuts as we cruising to the night. Like that cut from DJ Quick, cause it's going down tonight. Just sliding at the split so I can hit it while I ride. And shorty looking swift, I'ma hit it while I drive. We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high.
Fire up another split. Take a hit, show life I'm fucking with. And I'd be lying if I said my life is perfect. I'm hurting inside enough for me to catch a birdie. Lungs turning black, smoke till my chest is burning. Can't hold back, I'm high till the morning. We brew money, it's the only thing that levels me. You can call it remedy, but never gets the best of me. Twist to get it lifted while I'm shipping to the bitches. Got me feeling like the richest, I'm on it, so get with it. Flipping on that killing soul, smoking with a privilege. Take it high, then to get this, so don't mind if I'm tripping. Gotta keep my hustle up, so I smoke the top shell. If your lungs are strong enough, smoke with somebody else. I need that good, burning like wood should. Like good wood, burning like good wood should. So high, can't touch the ground. Look at me, I'm Superman. I wanna go up, light the blunt, light it up and have so much fun. So high, can't touch the ground. Look at me, I'm Superman. I wanna go up, light the blunt, light it up and have so much fun.
We so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, smoking all the time, rolling all the time, chopping all the time. Yeah, we so high, so fly.
DFCRadio.com.
This is Canna Chef Jen, and you're listening to DFC Radio, Farm to Table Cannabis with the Hydroponic Chef.
Have you ever been interested in gardening with dry fertilizers? Well, you're not the only one, and let me tell you about Vermicrop Organics and their line of organic dry fertilizers. Healthy plants with a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Just measure out a half teaspoon per gallon of soil or 2 cups per 12 square feet of soil surface area. Step 2. Apply evenly to the soil surface. Step 3. Blend into the top layer of soil to avoid caking. Step 4. Water thoroughly. And that's it, simple as that. Great for vegetables, fruits, flowers, potted plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. It's Vermicrop Organics VermiVeg 744. Along with the VermiBloom and PK Boost, you will have a complete line of organic nutrients and a garden that will thank you with a great harvest. Looking for an even simpler way? Then check out the Vermiol 666. This game-changing mix is formulated for all stages of growth and the fast-paced garden of champion vegetable and flower growers. And check out the VermiBat Guano Fertilizer and the VermiBlood Blood Meal Fertilizer for feeding oversized, nitrogen-hungry plants. Learn more at vermicrop.com. That's vermicrop.com.
Yeah, this is Rudy with Cannabis Catered Events, and you're listening to DFC Radio, Farm to Table Cannabis with the Hydroponic Chef.
Hey guys, this is Alice Moon. I'm sending some major love to the Hydroponic Chef. He did an epic job at the High Times Cook-Off, so go follow him. I'm high now. Sending some love.
Yo, it's BKJ on Team King, and you listening to DFZ Radio. What?
This is Mark with Cannabis Supper Club, and you're listening to DFZ Radio, Farm to Table Cannabis with the Hydroponic Chef.
Yeah, this is Rudy with Cannabis Catered Events, and you're listening to DFC Radio, Farm to Table Cannabis with the Hydroponic Chef.
All right, we're coming back right now. We're back with the smoke break. Rudy's been rolling the same blunt for 45 fucking minutes.
He's definitely not a roller.
Sit back while I take this dab.
Dab it up, dog.
You know, if you got chef thumbs,
What is chef
you don't even
thumbs?
need a carb cap.
Oh, damn. They just burnt. Damn. Whoa.
You know?
Do you smoke your own hand oil?
Damn.
A little
Finger
flavor.
hash.
A little skin smoke.
You just call that finger hash. So we're back. It's caller time. It's caller time. We got Taylor from Half Lit. We got Brennan from Half Lit. Sorry, I'm choking over here.
You stole it.
I sold that. That's you guys' new Half Lit. We're gonna take a call. If they got some question, you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Farm to Table Cannabis. D, you're on the air. Where are you calling from?
Oh, what's up, man? I'm calling from Central California.
Where?
Central Cali.
Oh, Central California. You got a city, or are you just out there in the farmland?
Yeah, I am in the farmland shop. I live in Farmersville.
Fuck yeah. All right. Fucking respect.
Damn, you called that one, Chef.
So, yeah, I do what I can. So, you got questions about the lollipop?
Yeah, man, because sometimes I get some seeds or I find some seeds and they're kind of hard to sprout and shit like that. And you know, with the process with the lollipop and the stick and everything, like, is the seed still viable? And like, do you guys use specific strands or just whatever strand that you guys have?
That's a good question. So everyone out there listening, he wants to know the seed that's inside the lollipop stick. Does it suffer any degradation from the process it goes through to be preserved for the edible?
Yeah, so the stick itself creates this like really beautiful home for the seed. It's almost like germinating a seed through the paper towel method. So it facilitates the growth.
Damn. So you could just get that stick wet.
Nice answer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Plant
So
it.
you're going to plant the stick in soil horizontally. You're going to water it generously so that it becomes soaked and it begins to biodegrade. And as it does, the seed just pops out and starts to grow. You're more than welcome to drop the stick inside of like a glass of water.
But don't dig the seed out.
No.
Plant that stick.
I have a question. Does it matter what kind of soil you're using?
We always recommend organic soil.
Okay.
I got a great organic soil recommendation, Saint. You know that? I'm feeling it right now.
What is that?
What is it?
So, hey there, Hydra Chef here. When I'm growing my high-value crops with my sticks that have seeds in them and my lollipop, I like to use Vermicrop Organics, all CDFA certified brand of organic soil.
It's organic?
It's CDFA certified by the California Department of Food and Agriculture, which means it's good enough for weed, it's good enough for your food too.
That it is.
Vermicrop.
That's amazing.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Get it.
Sorry, guys. I just can't do it. Such a company, man.
Hey.
So, yeah, good
job,
soil.
Chef.
A good soil is definitely a key if you're going to be growing some seeds. So let's talk about how you guys teamed up with your seeds. What team is doing the seeds for you guys?
Sin City is who we source our seeds from. So we have 4 different seeds that you can grow. Brennan?
Yeah, genetic guy, Brennan.
We have a SFVOG, we have Blue Power, White Nightmare, and Sin City OG. And then we're always looking to partner with different seed companies.
This is just that release. The cool thing is it's so marketable. You guys could fucking do the exotic genetics release. You could do I'll just say the names because you guys can't. The Ethos release. You guys team up for specific. Like I think cannabis companies out there that are marketing at a show are fucking stupid if they don't team up with you to help market the seeds. Could you imagine the line there would be if it was like, oh my God, Ethos Genetics is over there with seeds and lollipops. You eat the seed, you get the or you eat the lollipop, you get the seed. The line would be out the door. So I think marketing and networking is going to be your guys' next best strategy. You guys are just killing it right now. Now, to all of us that want to get into the industry, what kind of recommendations? Is it the CBD route? Like Rudy was talking to you guys during a commercial break. What do you think of this whole CBD craze?
I think it's interesting. I mean, we've kind of kept our hands off and been watching and kind of seeing how things go as far as CBD with less than 0.03% THC. The 1-to-1 ratioed stuff is still under the same license as a THC product. So that's something that we're going to be going forward with very soon, is having a 1-to-1 lollipop with a more CBD THC equal parts
ratio. But
genetic.
What about CBD just by itself?
We've just kind of found it it being a little gray as far as legally.
It's a complicated fucking murky road, isn't it? Because I mean,
Very.
you see CBD companies getting raided right now.
So they're trying to shut
Grocery
everyone
stores.
down.
I mean,
huh?
if it's not a cannabis dispensary that's
that,
opening
Pete?
with outside a permit, it's the fucking CBD companies getting shut down. It's like a shot in the dark, really, about with the laws and the regulations the way they are. So, I mean, dude, is it true for you? It was easier for you to go into the recreational THC side than it would have been for you guys to get into the CBD side of thing with these.
Medicinal.
I mean, it was obviously because of our
Nothing's easy, but
our partnership, like, and the licenses that they worked really hard on getting, and it took a lot of capital. At this point, it's easier. And, you know, you can obviously source CBD all over the country now, get it shipped to you, and not receive any problems. But what we found is that because of the FDA, anything that you're consuming, that seems to be what they're targeting. And then the topicals seem to be a little more safe.
If you're marketing it as a topical, you're
a little more
good.
safe.
But if you're eating something that says it on the label,
CBD,
you're hurting.
Only CBD. It's a big deal.
So, and I think it comes down to a couple of things, guys, for DFZ radio listener lands.
Big
And
Pharma
anyone
has
feel
nothing to
about
do
to
with that.
correct me out of this, correct me if I'm wrong, but CBD derived from hemp cannot be used in food products. Reason being because the hemp industry is not regulated how the cannabis industry is regulated. So the cannabis derived, which can be used in the form of distillate, which you guys do, can the CBD can be separated from the THC. The CBD derived from cannabis is the only one you can use in your guys' edible.
Currently,
This is not like something that's even negotiable in the eyes of the state of California, or
Mind-blowing.
it's if you are making a product for edible consumption and it's made out of CBD from hemp, you are not in the legal market. You're in the gray
violation.
area now. And I mean, I'm not here to give legal advice. I'm just saying, protect your neck. Now, you guys have taken all the steps to get the licensing to offer a brand like this. So, I mean, what's next? The sky's the limit, I imagine. You guys could really enter the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory world with sustainability and the organic and veganic name behind you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think when we were talking about seeds, we would love to have interesting partnerships. We would love to have them connected to the flavors. That would be amazing. Our flavors are for sure more elevated too. You have Pineapple Paradise, that's pineapple, that's honey. The honey is actually vegan because it's flavoring watermelon, mint, and sea salt. So you're not just having these simple flavors. We're trying to
These are
elevate the
gourmet
candy.
lollipops,
Exactly.
definitely.
And so that in and of itself should be enough to bring you to the product, and then the seed in the stick is just the surprise afterwards. And then, of course, this is something that we want you to try if you've never grown a plant before or if you've grown 1,000 plants. It should be exciting both ways.
It definitely has a huge novelty factor, but I think it also has you just feel good about eating that candy. Not only does it make you feel good, but I mean it's good for the soul. So Rudy, we're gonna shift gears for a second because you got an upcoming event, and we want to plug this in the last couple of minutes before we finish. Now, are you filming me, filming you, filming me, filming you? This is awkward.
That I am.
One of us got to end. One of us got to end. I'm just gonna end because you're the co-host of the evening, so you win.
I'm not in.
So yeah,
I'm not battling that.
tell folks what you got coming up.
Yeah, so on April 6th, 7:30 to 1:30, we're gonna have vendor highlights, and our sponsors are gonna be Magical Butter. We're gonna have Western Green Mamba, Source Cannabis.
Talk about some of that CBD,
Pure Vape, and CBD Phoenix. We're gonna be our main sponsors, along with Plant Organics. We're gonna have a 5-course dinner going on by yours truly, the Hydro Chef.
We're using superhero names on the menu. I made him do it. I said, please put Hydro Chef on there. I do not want my government name on the menu. I got a lot of other peers in the industry going to be attending.
And Chef Layla's gonna do the dessert, and which is gonna be infused, the only infused course on the meal. But we are gonna be pairing each course with an 1/8 of flour.
So you get an eighth. Each person attending gets an 1/8.
No, not just for the dinner, but for the course.
Each course.
So by the end of the 4th course, they're gonna have a 1/2 ounce of flour each.
Oh my God.
We're gonna
it's a
have
5-course dinner. They don't get nothing with dessert.
they have the Pure Vape.
Oh, you get a vape pen with dessert.
That we do, and that's going to be infused via true terpenes. They're going to step up and provide us with some product. I'm going to be picking that up soon.
Oh my god!
And
so
Magical
good.
Butter is really stepping up and providing 6 units to give away for the dinner as well.
Not 6 pounds, but 6 Magic Butter machines.
6 Magical
6
Butter
units.
machines.
And
And
Speak Street.
we will have live entertainment. We'll have a band. We'll have a TJ.
What about that coleslaw?
Coleslaw's going to be in the house, bro.
That ain't my dish. I ain't cooking coleslaw. That's the name of the band.
Absolutely, and they're great. If you haven't heard of them, look them up. Coleslaw
Joe Ash
Music.
Savage gonna be DJing?
No, actually, we got somebody from Made CBD stepping up. Genre. He's gonna step in and DJ for us. Recommended by Joe Savage. He got
got
hired.
his finger on the pulse.
Yeah, he's gonna be out of town, so he's not gonna be able to do it. But he provided us with the best substitution. He said he's actually better than him.
Whoa, hey,
That's what he
easy,
said.
Joe Ash. So that was enough of a circle jerk. We're gonna do one more sound bite before we do the Heavy Tea Grow show.
Hey.
But dude, what's it like? I mean, you remember it all started me and you competing against each other for the culinary cannabis showdown out there with Tamara at Culinary and Cannabis, and shout out to them. And then
Kind of Chef Showdown.
dude, from there it just your catered events, your cannabis catered events is really taken off, and I think you deserve I'm gonna stroke you just a little bit here because since the first event we worked with, you have catered for Chanel West Coast, you've catered for Tommy Chong. You've catered for multiple NBA basketball players that I'm not even going to name them because I won't throw them under the bus.
I don't think they want their names, man.
Dude, yeah, exactly. And Rudy, dude, well done. And you made it. You did it the home chef way too.
You're too much, chef. You're too
So
kind.
I dude, I appreciate you bringing us on this journey with you. It's been fun to watch. And shoot, anytime you want to sit in that co-host seat and shoot the shit and talk in your Barry White voice, we'd love to have you.
You're my guy, chef.
Oh, my dude. And so you can keep an eye out for more events to come, hopefully, and cannabis catered events. Just keep doing your thing, brother.
Vendor highlights April 6th.
So shifting back over to our awesome guest, dude, 10 milligrams gets you lit. You notice when you eat an edible, you feel it in your ears. When you smoke, you feel it in your eyes and your body a little bit. When you have an edible, like I feel my ears get red. Anyone else feel that?
I think you just naturally get red, chef.
I'm just red. Yeah. So no caller today. No. Is he still there? Did he hang out? No. All right, cool. I was like, damn,
No,
he
he's
hung
there.
up.
He's still there.
Well,
Oh,
dude,
he's there.
So are they random seeds though in that lollipop?
no, not random.
There's 4 different kinds of seeds. So there's
All
SFE
right.
OG, Sin City
Cool,
OG.
that's awesome, man. Well, I'm gonna look out for those. I want to try one out.
I bet you're
I'm
dying to
gonna
get off
try
the
it.
phone. my anxiety would be going like 10,000. I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about you because the guest got me lit tonight. But because you're so patient, you won a Magic Butter machine. So D, congratulations!
Hey.
I want you to give a big
Magical Butter,
thank you to Magic Butter and Farm to Table Cannabis for hooking you up because all you had to do today, the only thing you had to pay was attention. Man. You stayed on the line the whole time. So big shout out to you, D. Magic Butter.
You guys, man. Much love to you.
For sure. So stay on the line. Give the screener your address, and he'll come rob you and give you a Magic Butter machine too.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. If I can get one of those lollipops, fuck, you'll make my day, man.
Oh, we love hearing that.
No shipping THC products in California. But we love you. We love you.
I'm gonna look for that shit.
What,
I
all
love
right.
it.
Now, so what dispensaries you guys located at? Especially maybe in the Central Valley area.
So I would say check out Weed Maps or message us through Get Half Lit on our website or through Instagram, and we can find a place in Central California for you.
That's
There you
awesome.
go.
You guys are so gracious
sure.
and hooking people up. So, all right, D, who's hooking you up every Wednesday night with the best edible knowledge and the best grow hookups?
Hydro Chef.
That's right. I'm looking at you, Saint. I'm looking at you right now, Saint.
You made it.
Yes.
You
And
made
that's
it,
what,
bro.
and
Right
that's what we
answer.
do it for. That and getting my name called out at airports. Nothing's cooler than being at an airport and someone yelling, Hydro Chef! That's what we do it for. So, a big thank you to our guest this evening. And so if people want to carry your products, how do they reach you?
Through Instagram or through Soul Distro.
There we go. And Soul Distro is your guys' distribution network.
They are.
Call them if you already have them. And is there anyone you guys want to give a shout out to? And let me ask you this. If you weren't selling lollipops, vegan, organic, amazing, sustainable lollipops, what would you guys be doing?
Well, before this, I was a journalist writing about sustainability and gardening and plants and flowers and farm-to-table movements. So I feel like I'm not too far away from that. Sustainability and clean ingredients is, still a part of the menu.
Brennan, you would be a bounty hunter, I can already tell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Doing something I probably didn't enjoy. Being an entrepreneur and going on this journey with her has been amazing. And, I can't imagine doing anything else, so...
Good for you guys. Well, we salute you for doing it the farm-to-table cannabis way.
Thanks
and
for
we
coming
hope you'll
in.
come on again.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to eat a couple more of these lollipops, take a dab, and just be straight full lit off these Moonlits. So, Moonlit, it's official, hydroponic chef approved. You guys can check us out on @Farm-to-Table Cannabis, @DFZ Radio. A big thank you to Magic Butter Machine. A big thank you to Blue Lab, Hawthorne, all our other sponsors out there at DFZ Radio. Other than that, we out.
Hydro Chef. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro make me feel high. Feeling so high. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro make me feel high. Feeling so high. Chefs in the kitchen and they chopping up hydro. The hydro chefs in the building and they rolling up hydro. Hydro's in the kitchen and they cooking it up. Hydro, let's go. Hydro's in the studio. Chop it up, chop it up. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Roll up that hydro make me feel fine. Cook up that hydro